Hello. Oh, I'm just checking the picture's not too dark. I hope you can see me all right. Well, doesn't a month come round quickly? Suddenly there's another full moon here. And how are you doing? This has, I think we can honestly say, is that lovely Anne? Is that you saying hello? I think we can honestly say that this full moon has been a powerhouse of change, a powerhouse of energy. You know, everybody I've spoken to has said how incredibly challenging this moon is. Hello, gorgeous. Hope you're well. Thank you for joining me. But this moon has been and is being an absolute roller coaster. It's taking us through the highs and lows of every emotion we could possibly ever feel. You know, 1 minute feeling empowered, elated, incredibly strong in our place in the divine feminine. And the next minute we feel as if we're flattened lying on the floor, not knowing where the hell we've come from, where we're going. And this is the power of Aries. You know, it is incredibly strong. And I was looking up Aries and thinking, well, you know, where does Aries actually come from? And let me check, is it Greek? Yes, in Greek mythology, Aries is the god of war and also the god of courage. And war is obviously a very toxic, masculine way of living. But, oh, hello Lorraine. Hi, gorgeous. I'm glad you're here as well. But courage, wow, we've all got courage. We've all got incredibly powerful courage within us. And as I was looking up the god of war, it reminded me of a story from a few years ago that my old homeopath said, and she was very into the divine feminine and women's power and you know, really bringing up the incredible strength that's inside of us. And we were talking about Medusa. I'm sure you all remember Medusa, the horrible snake-headed woman who could just glimpse at a man and turn him to stone. And we've all grown up with this myth that an angry woman is poisoned, that she will kill with a strike. And my homeopath turned around to me and she said, do you know where Medusa actually comes from? She's one of a triumvirate, one of a threesome of women from Ethiopia. And they had the power over life and death across the earth. They were the power of birth and the power of death, which is another birth. It's a birth into a different state. But the Greeks, the Romans, don't think I'm an expert on this mythology, I'm not. But Medusa was taken and turned evil because the idea was that you couldn't have this amazingly powerful goddess ruling the world. So she became evil. And this is what's happened to the divine feminine. Her power, her glory was stripped. It was stripped back, the power is taken away. Our power of birth, of childbirth, of collaboration, it was all removed, and we were taken from being this incredibly powerful woman and stripped, literally stripped bare of all our powers and left and told that we were then under the charge of the toxic male. But not anymore, because the divine feminine is rising. And I was writing a little bit earlier. I'm just going to read to you what I wrote. And obviously the toxic masculine kind of wants us to be alone and frightened and believing in segregation and separation and not working together. And I wrote, alone is a myth. It's sold by salesmen who traded in lies. The heart reaches constantly for companionship and warmth. But to keep us alone serves a purpose, a mighty purpose, because collaboration is dangerous. It is power. Community brings hearts together to sit in the light of the divine. And the dark never wanted that. But now the moon has risen too high. She shines not only at night, hiding in the shadows and the clouds, but she also shines in the daytime for all to see and bathe in her light. She is done hiding just as we are. She is done cowering because she remembers now her own fiercely loving power, and that is us. We are divinely, fiercely loving. And this Aries moon is bringing up so much of our suppression, so much of what has been pushed away in us. And yes, we are angry. The divine feminine is angry. She is rising to tell us that we don't have to be squashed anymore. We don't have to be pushed aside, that we are so incredibly important, that our light right now is needed. And if we're feeling angry, it's not surprising. You know, if you treat somebody that badly their whole lives and for lifetimes and lifetimes, we are going to feel angry. But we can use that anger, we can channel it towards something extraordinary. Men used anger in order to create war, to fight each other, to claim lands and power from each other. But when we use our anger, because it's based on love for ourselves, oh yes, Diane, we can all feel this incredible shift. Now is our time. And if we come together and we don't work in the toxic masculine way, we reach out with our hearts and we accept that we are not purely feminine, we are also masculine, but we need a balance. So if we can take this incredible power of the anger and the rage that we're feeling and we combine it with our own divine feminine, what we then have is an extraordinary balance of energies within us. And we can truly rise and become everything that we were meant to be thousands of lifetimes ago. Everything that this world was supposed to be for us, this paradise on earth, we can build that now. By coming together and collaborating, we can build it. It's right here. We don't have to take it because we're not masculine. We don't take, we build. We are creators. And this is our job now, and this is what the moon is pulling us towards. I also had a look at the beautiful Work Your Light cards, and I love the first card that came up. You see that? It's Sisterhood of the Rose. And the two words there, aren't they just beautiful? Diane, I feel the need to find my tribe and a community of like-minded women. Absolutely. This is now our time. We have lived, we have breathed air, fire for too long when we are watery creatures. And now it is time to step into our element, to find it. And all you have to do is just put the call out there. You know, just put it out there and people will feel your call and they will come in. The other thing we need to do, I'm being told, is we need to stand up and actually declare this. It has always been the men who have stood up and declared and asked, and it's our turn now. It is now the feminine time for us to stand up and use that courage and step out and just build what we want, ask for what we want. You know, it reminds me of the Victorian era that the women sat in the corner in their little corsets, so they couldn't breathe, they couldn't move, they couldn't do anything. And they weren't allowed to ask for anything. Well, that era is done. You know, it's completely finished. And now is the time for us to stand up and start saying, I can create. Together with my sisters, I can create. And this is why this first card, Sisterhood of the Rose, is so important. Sisterhood. The divine feminine coming together, reaching out the energy of our heart, the tendrils from our heart to connect with others. And if we do it from our heart, we are going to find our tribe because that is who we're resonating with. So in order to find the tribe, literally go into your heart, feel your energy, and then send that love out into the world because we are ready. We are all ready to find our tribe. And it looks like Dan, and you are meeting a tribe right here, right now. So, but also we are, yes, like sisters, co-creators, exactly. So also sisterhood of the rose. Flowers are so beautiful. They open up to bathe in the universal energy that comes down. They come down here onto, the light comes down here onto earth, and it helps the flowers to blossom. There's no one pushing them through. They soak in what comes down. And this is us, as this wonderful energy is sinking down, flooding down into the earth. The flowers are naturally opening. Our hearts, the rose of our hearts, is naturally opening in order to greet and breathe in and accept this beautiful, beautiful energy that's coming in. And the second card is unbound. So releasing soul patterns, contracts, and past lives. In other words, saying we're done. We are unbinding each other. If you imagine, China binding feet so that women couldn't walk places, so that they couldn't walk away from their men, from their place in society. And our hearts have been bound, and our power has been bound. But no more. No more. The unbinding is coming, and we help our own sisters to unbind, to become free, to be free of any old rules that we have been given, so that we can actually stand into our own power. A beautiful time. And then finally, I asked, what do we need to do in order to help ourselves stay within this energy and to really empower ourselves? And this one is get grounded. If you can see that. And this is empaths, highly sensitives, connect with nature. Why is connecting with nature important? Because it is us. Because it is human nature. Living in high-rise blocks, living in these concrete cities where there is no collaboration, where everybody is shut away from each other behind a closed door. This is not life. Life is being able to walk outside and meet your neighbours, your friends, your family. We keep each other grounded by knowing that here on earth there is a place that is safe, that is a place of love. Now, why on earth would you want to stay here, ground here, if all you were confronted with was horrors and war and anger and depression? You just wouldn't want to. Whereas when you arrive and you realise that you are looking at a place of beauty and empowerment and sharing and love, of course we want to ground. So by opening up our hearts, by collaborating with each other, we help ourselves ground. We help ourselves find our security and our place here on earth. And this is where we're going. So the moon has been talking, and she wants to sprinkle her magic on us. She wants to open up the hidden side of us. And in astrology, it's interesting because the sun sign is the obvious bit that we see, almost the masculine bit that says, hey, look at me, this is who I am. And the moon sign is the quieter, more hidden side. You have to sort of bury through the depths to find your moon sign and understand who we are when we step away from this physical presentation. And in that sort of shadow side, we call it shadow thinking it's bad. No, it's just the less obvious side. But as we go into that less obvious side, we find incredible strengths, incredible powers, gifts, creativity, memories of who we are, of who we really are within our soul. And this is what the moon is here to do. It is to tell us that the courage is within us. It sits within our shadow side. And she wants to bring it out for us. She wants us to become the light warriors, the light workers, the light bringers that we truly, truly are. So we're going to bathe in the beautiful light. And you're absolutely right, Diane. Without darkness, there would be no light. Everything is in balance. Everything will be in balance. This is where we're going. So I want you, in a sense of collaboration, to join with me. I want you to open your hearts now to everybody who is listening now, everybody who may listen in the future. We're all going to open our hearts to them and to this moon. We are going to allow the moonlight to flow down into our bodies. Hello, Gail. So allow this moonlight to flow down into our bodies, to flood our hearts. Imagine a beautiful pond, a beautiful lake. And the moon is reflected within this lake. And as it does so, this gentle light is bringing to the surface all that we are, all that the divine feminine is. And you begin to hear voices. You begin to hear the sound of light language filling this beautiful space. A chorus of light workers. And as we listen, we allow the light language to flow. Shash mosarkadeya, tirani karasoha kain, mishawara no krashis viat, e biodurges variania krase, atikaroshoja arabaria keresenia karajas bietraka, is soja yamarata kravaya, arenanyo ishias orazi, e karazi warakana, orashes biatrokos vizukora. Medari ya morariske, ai wajajo korana de washesia, o shaizamia, ai jaski yorash, siada koraja, wajimia dorkoswa, erzit cremaria da ya doroshes, viatorcomra, a roso carasero, coraseu arakenorize, corasabia torcoshisi corarazi, ai josorari amora barada creazio no marazi, and carashis barani moras a bit the craborashi to kidareno, and rushuishishquaja, Murukushis wishes when Yora Yaura. Arijo she sora ni wara ziberatera chiara she sviada moraio, or the Bukrazayan, and Yaja Varamiara Rishisa, and Orthodoxa Swara, Nemoraji, but she had to Crabara. At the Kia shows me other Roshes when I Cataraya. Arikishi come near Arabarata de Cajo, Arabanino Barata de Creoja. And Rushis was a Kurumaya to Robojai, where you more Baria Yodaja. I think he should see at the Rokashas Vanyana, and a Kishisuya to Borania Moravariki. The Rosh Hoshaya, and the Kurshishushaya Morasia, the Rojania, Arakishasia Rokara, Erakisha Yamoraji, and Amaria, Atakisha Yaya Moraji. Ushuswat, Purukushi Swarukur, Urushi Surakur, Murukushi with the Ora within the Roja, Wisha Yamarasi, Turkisha, Jojo Yamavara, Irakishi the Kashkia, Turkishas, O Shasa, Ashia, Ashiki, Ashimorari, Guy, that so. She was worried or Roji, some more crea, the Grekia, Tarush, Mujazia, Arik Namabra, Gibrashiki, Teshiskia, Turishiskia, Turkapia, Turkania, Araki, Shisia, Netabi, Netbrujas, Musura, Turkusuadia. Meturgisia, Kia, the Rogesia, the Coragesia, the Coragesia, the Corage, I thought Shashaya, Nita Caragesia, Torcasia, the Kisha Severica, the Ragiskia, Torcasia, Sia, Kirania, and the Kia, Morages, as a Biaric and Maya Yoshia. Betorkushis, Betorkushis, Katarabaya, Hetorkushis, Dikitikarakaya, Marajis, Nyarokora, Betorkushis, Wishikara, Rakishisia, Ekrashisi, Karakaraki, Marajas, Weteroporokor, Eroshosa, Dorogo, Dorkarakia, Metikiashi, Nana Marakedo, Otorkush, Sayora Zinea, it's a Borotorkasia, Shia, Etokushasia, the Karakaya, Nani Maraji, Washia, Purukushi, Sweater, Karakarialti, Netakaroshu, Sujuji, Kemoda, the Katbarakieta, Kashisi, the Yada Karakay, at the Krashisinia, Toto, Tukurasi, Parakatakaria, Netikora, Zimora, the Krea, Kekoraji, Namarkadakaya, Karagai Kokoshi, Ashosho, Ramorotobrosea. Muturkush, sweet the Purkudo Karosia, Nonoboraka, a Purushis, the Koratarkania, Narashis, Wetikushis, Wesi Korarania, a Purutoshis, Shukunona, Marakata Priata Kejo, Sushiki Bororania, Marasea, the Karateka, the Kia, the Koroshin, Yamanasi, Borokaraika. Ati marajes wishi jiji kuda kara kuda kate gora mete rojes si tiki the kara kia morajes wisu juju si kara moratak et krea jeshi shi komo ne perikodarga iat kaki yakirat kara keshi simia to kokaya para na yashes wiju morata perikitar keshi sia ne tiki the kraka mete krea shishi moara ne kera jisi kiora kara kia et kojis mia kia kara amor, meda karashi, shishikubura karakia, esushos, markenonorosh, ziara borcadania, de tikiraka, etikrikia, kekeraja, nyatarke, kai, moje, soja, simonariatar, kekia, meterkia, kiaraja, metekrakia, kerakaji, sivita, corparia, meteriashis, kedetoka, detabor, keraka, morje, yaboraji, zawarane, aishisia. This place is safe for us because only the divine feminine can access this. Aishisi to borarke nenyashi, dad kiraje swiaba, ketorokashis, meshika, 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 that was just sweet. Stay breathing in the light of the moon. We have been taken in to the circle of those who work with this divine energy. We have been admitted. It is always there for us. We have passed the initiation. This moonlight is always ours. It always resides with us, eternally, forever. And the door is always open, and you step into this beautiful energy just by opening your heart. This is all it takes. And inside, you will find everything that you are. Inside, you will find your sisters there to greet you. We are no longer in the dark. We are free. Just take as long as you like to come on back. Be gentle with yourself. If you love moon magic, go do something. Get a candle, do moon candle magic. Sit out tonight and bathe in this energy. Let the moonlight touch your skin. Just be with her, speak to her. She's always, always there for us. And as for now, I send you moon blessings from the sisterhood of the moon. I send blessings to you all. Oh, and thank you, Light Sisters. Thank you, Diane. It was beautiful. This is collaboration. This is us. This is where we are going, where we are now. I'll see you all soon, I hope. Loads of love.